We are here with Dove Wilker with Anat Sultan Dedan and with Linda Seelig. And Linda, you're here for a special purpose today, so I wanted to turn it over to you.
Well, thank you, Martha. And I have to say, it's a special privilege to be here. We have been looking forward to this day for a long time. And for your listeners, I just want to explain, and for you, really the history of the White Rose Society and what that's all about. So I have to take you back to World War II, to 1942. In Munich, a small group of Christian students, led by one student, a 19-year-old, Sophie Scholl, decided that they were going to fight the Nazis. And they were appalled by the anti-Semitism and the brutality of the regime. And they had no weapons. Their only weapons were their words. So this small group of maybe 7 students got together and did posters, they did leaflets, they wrote essays, and they signed it the White Rose. And they were known all over Germany, very, very famous throughout Germany, and they were started in 1942. By 1943, the 7 were captured and executed. But their moral courage and understanding of they had to stand up for what was right and what was moral is an inspiration to people to this day. They're in Yad Vashem, they honor Sophie Scholl and the White Rose Movement. There's a museum to her in Munich, and many schools travel because they learn the story of the White Rose and Sophie Scholl. And when we used to think that, anti-Semitism, it was a terrible, recurring sort of nightmare of the past of the Jewish people, and we would study it historically. But we didn't really feel it personally here. And on October 7th, our world was really shattered, and we were off balance, we were heartbroken, and we worried about the future for our Israeli brothers and sisters. But the next day, on every major campus, on the elite college campuses in cities around the world, the anti-Semitism and anti-Israel sentiment and really anti-America sentiment was shocking, absolutely shocking. And so as Jewish people, we have been very involved in what's called tikkun olam, to repair the world. And we have, for that reason, been a part of many social movements. Many causes, and you'll always see Jewish names in in fighting for all the rights and all the other groups. And so we expected to hear a lot of support from people who we thought were our friends and allies, and yet there was almost a total silence, which made us feel completely isolated. And now we're in a situation where we're in America, and we worry about our children and grandchildren. Will there be a place for them in the future of America? And so out of all this darkness, we started to see some rays of hope. We saw some individuals who had the courage to stand up, to use their voice, to use their platform. And we said that we need to recognize these people who are standing with us, because you bring us so much encouragement that we are not alone, that we do have friends, and there are people that are standing with us proudly, loudly, and I have to say, no one more so than yourself. We are so thrilled to be here, and I just have to read to you. I'm going to present you with this rose, but I'd like to read for the audience what the card says. We want to express our heartfelt gratitude for your support of the Jewish people during these challenging times. Your words and actions show your courage and your commitment to defending our shared values. You serve as a powerful example for others. With great appreciation, the White Rose Society. It's such a privilege to present this to you today.
Oh, Linda, thank you so much. Thank you. As I've told many people through this journey, and you're hearing me open this box. Sometimes radio, you got to describe what you're doing. But it was the easiest decision I ever made, because it was so clearly a difference of right and wrong. Okay, and here, is this beautiful card. You won't be able to see it, but we'll have video of it later. And then this beautiful white rose. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Looks very nice. Thank you. Thank you so much.